new breed, global truth.
Whatever good.
Yeah, the evil.
Yeah, the bad side of it.
Yeah. It's heaven and then there's hell, niggas. Yeah. One day you cruising in the 7, the next day your alibis ain't matching up. Bullshit catching up. You hit with the RICO, they repo that vehicle.
What's good, everybody? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know if I'm coming through clear, brothers and sisters. Let me know if I'm coming through clear by show of ones. I see y'all rolling in pretty quick. All right, peace and blessings. I see John Doe in the building. Cutie Caramel's in the house. Starburst, Nakira, Barbara Lion, Grace Hill, Trey Clayton. What up? The industry is extremely sick and perverted. And in brink of Sean Puff Daddy Combs lawsuits and federal case, it's a whole lot of celebrities who are ducking and dodging, hiding. And the Bible says there is nothing done in the dark that will not come to the glorious light. And it's going to happen. And it is happening. There will be more lawsuits. There will be more victims coming forward. Brothers and sisters, the music industry is beyond demonic. There's a whole lot of wickedness going on behind the scenes that must be put on blast, and that's what we're going to do today. Now, as you all know, some of you all know, if not, let me inform you. Jay-Z was recently hit with another lawsuit. Well, let me make this very clear. It was a lawsuit that came a few months back where Sean Combs was mentioned. They revamped this lawsuit and Jay-Z's name was mentioned as well as an unknown woman, right? Now, there's a whole lot of discrepancies in the person's story. They're on the news. I believe that that person is some type of proxy. I believe that they're using this individual because Jay-Z has strong satanic ties as well as a very good legal team. But that does not abstain Jay-Z from his connection and his friendship that he had with Sean Combs. So now he's denying being close to Combs. He's denying having anything but a business relationship where the details say otherwise. The details say otherwise. We're going to get to that, but I'm going to show y'all something here. Because the truth is not in Jay-Z because he's a Satanist. And there's a lot of people denying their participation with Sean Combs, but nonetheless, they're guilty. Now, I want to take y'all, somewhere here. All right. Let's get to it. Now, this is just his interactions with Combs, and y'all use y'all discernment to say if whether or not this man was friends with Diddy.
I love New York. You gonna respect this hustle. Now, what you know about that? Hey. What's that? That's Mob King?
Feeling marvelous.
You gotta get the shoes though. Y'all know what it is. It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand?
Right.
And we here together and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence. Right here. Goat talk. OD.
Now it looks to me that these gentlemen are thick as thieves. It looks to me that these individuals are really close. And not only is Jay-Z close to Diddy, but so is Beyonce. That's right. Matter of fact, on the Ellen show, I can distinctly remember Diddy saying that Beyonce partied with Diddy, showed up to the parties before Jay-Z was even in the picture. That's right. Now, there's going to be some shocking allegations that come forth in this particular broadcast. And it's going to be very revealing. This is not for the faint at heart. And you're going to have to understand that Hollywood and the music industry are full of these sadistic individuals who are fixated on, we got to use certain words. Let's just say pedals, PDF files. They're fixated on children. Let's just say it that way. And underage girls, as well as grown men and grown women. And make no mistake about it, more than likely there will be lawsuits coming out, more lawsuits coming out on Jay-Z and Beyonce. And they're going to be more than likely same-sex allegations. Let's just leave it at that. Now, you heard that here first. Just mark my words. This is the beginning of the fall of the music industry as we know it. All right? So I know a lot of you all believe that Jay-Z's innocent because they had a proxy on TV. No, Jay-Z's not innocent in all of this at all. Right? And I'm going to bring some things forward. Now, first, we're going to evaluate some Jay-Z lyrics. We got to evaluate his lyrics. Now, I don't know if y'all remember the song he did with Pharrell when he was discussing, or he had some lyrics about being in love with a 19-year-old girl, which is a female that is of age. But the lyrics that are in this particular song are rather troubling. The lyrics are rather troubling. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I'm going to show y'all the lyrics of this song. And we're going to go there. We're going to go there. One moment. And I think the song was called, oh, here we go. I got the lyrics right here. One moment. You just pull this up for y'all. We are live and direct. Let me see. Let me get to the right point here. Here we go. And, you know, these people got to brag. These people got to brag about what they do. As atrocious as some of the things they do are, they have to make a mockery of their victims. They have to. Jay-Z in this song called, let me see, what is the name of this song? Because I've heard it, and it has for young girls, called Young Girl. Now, y'all see, Jay-Z has a song called Young Girl, and I want you to listen to the lyrics because it's troubling. And you tell me whether or not this draws red flags or not. Let's get to it. Hove got a young girl. Hove got a young girl. Still not quite 21. So high strung, such high string, such a vibrant thing. I introduce myself, hi, Miss Thing. You're 19. Now you're lightning in a bottle. I give you a ring tomorrow. The scene that follows screams in horror, classic Stephen King novel. Let's read that again. Because I try to tell you, brothers and sisters, that these individuals do a lot worse than we believe. Because this sounds like torture to me. Torture. Now, we talked about his relationship with Abramovich. We talked about the sacrifices that go on in Hollywood. We talk about the fact that he's thick as thieves with R. Kelly, Puff Daddy. He was even close with Harvey Weinstein, but some of you all will say that's just business. Jay-Z's just a shrewd businessman. No, you don't get in that billionaires boy club. You don't get in that circle unless you play in the game. It says, you're 19. No, you're lightning in the bottle. I give you a ring tomorrow. The scene that follows screams of horror. Classic Stephen King novel. Mama don't think you should take someone so advanced in romance. You should just wait. Papa don't preach. Have Hove don't bite. Look, that sounds like he's trying to lure or groom a young lady. And just because they may find interest in him, what soon follows is something horrific. Now, that's just something I wanted to bring out because that's not normal lyrics. But see, these people worship Satan, and they have to tell you what they do because they believe in karmatic depth. They have to tell you how they get down in this industry. Some of y'all think these are just bars, these are just words. No. This is how these individuals get down. They down for the torture scene. Now, I got more. Now, in case some of y'all believing that New Breed is building a case on some lyrics. No, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into this because the man that Diddy, Jay-Z was close to, is guilty of this. No, you heard that correctly. Diddy asking a 13-year-old girl, is she going to the after party? Now, I want you to notice that Fonzworth Bentley was right behind him. There's other celebrities present. Nobody thought that was weird. Nobody thought that was odd for him to approach this young lady like that. He gives off a sinister laugh. And this is what was going on in these parties. Ali Carter let you know what was going on. What was going on was these young ladies was used as party favors. We'll just say it that way. Party favors. They have to tell you what they're into. They have to let it be known what they do. The Bible says what's done in the dark shall come to the light. It's exposure season. Wow. Where is this young lady's parents? Where's her parents? Now, recently, Larry Johnson, he came forward and revealed a whole lot of dark truth about Jay-Z. Now, this particular interview right here is from 2 years ago. Then we're going to go to the updated interview that he did 7 days ago, where Beyonce gets put on blast for who she truly is. Now, if you want to know where these children's parents are, a lot of them, they're involved in the scheme. They're allowing their children in these parties. They're allowing their children to be bought and sold, allegedly, all for filthy lucre's sake, all for the almighty dollar. That's what type of sick perversions go on in this country. And this is why the Most High is ready to judge this place. Listen to this, y'all.
As best you can, or as comfortable, what do you think Jay-Z stands for now?
Well, it's obviously they've been controlled by Satanism. I mean, I'm not really scared to say that.
Back during your playing career, you were closely connected to Jay-Z and Rockaware and all of that. I would like, what was your relationship with Jay-Z and the whole Rockefeller deal, and how do you view that time and Jay-Z now?
I viewed it was a great opportunity for me because at that time, Reebok wasn't messing with me, Nike wasn't messing with me. I was kind of like the black sheep of the NFL, as much as you know, in Kansas City. So it became a deal where I had a clothing store and we were selling Rockaware. And then I just gotten closer just by chance of, meeting Dame Dash first. And he signed me under his athletic label, Team Rock. And then that's how I met Jay-Z. So now after Jay-Z and Dame split, I went with Jay to be with Rockaware. And then I signed a deal for S. Darter cleats when he had his cleat and I wore his cleats. I mean, it was a good business situation because who wasn't a fan of Jay-Z in the late 90s, early 2000s? Everybody pretty much was. But now I see it was strained because I kept being arrested. I can't tell you how many times he emailed me and told me to stay out of the clubs, but I wouldn't listen. So we had to part ways because of it was an image problem. Now that I shut myself down and was gone out of the media for like 5 or 6 years, I came back and started digging and found out who he really is and why he says the thing that he says and who his allegiance is with. And I don't have any beef with him, but because of my strength and spirit and strength with the word, we happen to be, budding frenemies or enemies. And that's just the way it is. I have nothing against him, but what he stands for, I see much more than just, raps on lyrics.
And see, that's what people fail to realize. A lot of people get their personal feelings involved, how you may feel about an artist, how you may feel about their music. But if they're aligned with Satan, they're aligned with Satan. If they're doing the devil's work, they're doing the devil's work. If you can see Jay-Z doing a video called Picasso with Maria Abramovic, and this is a well-known witch who practices spirit cooking, a well-known witch who is skilled in divination and all type of sorcery and magic. And you see Jay-Z thick as thieves with this type of individual. You see Jay-Z wearing an Aleister Crowley Do Without Wilt t-shirt directly from the satanic doctrine. When you hear Jay-Z talking about screams, horror, and torture in his songs, when it comes to young ladies, when you hear Jay-Z talking about murder, when you play the song New York backwards and backmask it, you hear murder, murder, Jesus. See, Jay-Z's a Satanist, a high-ranking warlock. And although it may have been a good business relationship for Larry Johnson at the time, as you can see, his hat says Yehuda. He's came into the truth since then. He knows that he's from the tribe of Judah. He knows he's an Israelite. And since he came into the truth, he realized what type of business deal was going on. But he has a lot more to reveal about Beyonce as well as Jay-Z, right? A whole lot to reveal about him because he did nonetheless work in close proximity with them before He was enlightened before his consciousness was all the way in. And we're going to definitely go over his testimony of what he's seen being near Jay-Z and Beyonce. Let's go.
Walk me through. You said something interesting that Jay-Z, though, during your playing career, was actually giving you good advice. Yes?
Yeah, I still remember the time. It was I think the last incident in Kansas City before I got released. He told me, emailed me, mad. He cursed me out. Really, he cursed me out, telling me to stay out the effing clubs. And he said, I can't vouch for you if you're gonna keep getting in trouble. And I understood that. And
now we understand his character. So now Jay-Z is claiming that he don't know Diddy. He's denying a relationship with Diddy, but we seen that Jay-Z and Diddy was thick as thieves, tight knit. We know Jay-Z was at the party. So Jay-Z is this type of guy. We also have Beanie Siegel who said the same thing about Jigga. If you getting in trouble, if you going through certain things, and Jay-Z, and you doing business with Jay-Z, he will immediately distance himself because it's all about money for Jay-Z, right? Let's go.
I still didn't listen because my my evolution at that time was very stagnant. So I was really going with the flow. I didn't know where I was going to end up. I didn't know what I was going to do for my future. Football is all I knew. And it took me to lose everything to really build myself back up to find out what things really are. That's why I have no real animosity to Jay-Z, Beyonce, and my time at Rockaway. It was truly a blessing and a learning experience. And I got to see things that I'd never seen before. But now, because I had those experiences, now I'm able to shed a deeper light because I've been around them before. So my words now, when I'm standing in truth, are ringing louder than I would at my time for Rockwell because I stand for something completely different now.
And so, as best you can, or as comfortable, what do you think Jay-Z stands for now?
Well, it's obviously they've been controlled by Satanism. I mean, I'm not really scared to say that. We all know Luciferians, Freemasons, and all occult knowledge that was drugged up from Egypt have now surfaced itself in American society. And if you actually dig through the raps, like as I have, before it was all about partying, popping bottles. But when you listen to it again with a new ear, obviously they're not serving the same most high God that I am. And that's what makes us enemies, that I stand for a completely different doctrine, a completely different nation, and a completely different truth than he does.
Now, that's just what it is. And this is what you got to do as a believer. You got to know how to draw the line in the sand. You cannot align yourself with non-believers. Light and dark should have no fellowship. If you claim to be a follower of Christ, a follower of the Most High, you cannot be idolizing these celebrities and holding them into God-like standards or God-like idols. You got to be able to have some discernment. Now, I want to update y'all on what this brother had to say, right? I want to update y'all from a couple days back. Matter of fact, we're going to pull that interview up here in a moment. We're definitely going to pull that interview up.
And we were supposed to do this rap party for this photo shoot. We rented this house and we were watching LeBron play. And after the game, it had to have been like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults. There was a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old teenage Latin girl that was there. And I think she had to leave because she had school and she had to do homework. But she brought her mother with her. So it was no funny business going on, which I could respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking, loud music, and us dancing wild. Like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy, or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, you know, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves, but the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming to me. So when I hear something like this happens, I can't really discount it and say, oh, he could never do this, because I'm hearing stories, I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I've been in situations.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now I want y'all to consider, what reason would Larry Johnson have to lie about something like that? Kim C says something very key. That is a luring tactic. They were literally trying to test the waters. They were trying to, allegedly, they were trying to see if Larry Johnson would participate. A grooming tactic, if you will, to see if he would keep the secrets. And he claims that Beyonce said this. Now, Beyonce got some explaining to do, because she's also alleged to be the unknown Jane Doe, who witnessed a whole lot. The woman who's been up in Diddy's parties before Jay-Z. Why would Larry Johnson make this up? He stands nothing to gain from it. The man is a retired NFL player. He got the money. He's got the accolades. It's like people be warning the world about these celebrities. Evelyn Ivy says, can't nobody talk about nobody. We all going to be judged by God. People always want to talk about people. Listen, if somebody's harming children, we should be talking about it. I don't like when people try to defend people who harm children. And this is the reason why so much of this go on in families. Because of people like that in my comment section who just said, well, why are we talking about these people? This is the reason why that nasty uncle or nasty auntie be, finessing all of the children in the family, because y'all don't want to judge nobody. Y'all got to get out of this fake Christianity. The Bible says the righteous shall judge all things. What scriptures are you reading from? The Bible said that we would judge fallen angels. What much more will we judge pertaining to this life? Y'all so scared to be judgmental or be looked at as somebody who holds the torch to somebody. Nobody speaks out against evil. Nobody speaks out against wickedness. Meanwhile, in Hollywood and in the music industry, they talking about throwing pizza parties with children. Meanwhile, they're finding truckloads full of children in Coca-Cola trucks. They're finding trains full of children. But you don't want to talk about nobody. Why? Because you're full of idol worship. If the writings are written on the wall that these people are sick, we need to expose them. They need to be exposed. We don't need to talk about these people. What are you even saying? Yo. And they take advantage of the ladies too. Let's look. Y'all know Miss Sanai Lathan?
Yo. No.
Okay, they look crazy though.
Yeah, Richie. How about baby? Yeah, we have it on. Eric Novello. Come here. Girl, I bet my love. Yo.
You know what? Are you gonna post that?
And you can clearly see that Sanaa Lathan, was dusted out of her mind. Now, can you start to envision what goes on at these parties? Can you start imagining the scene where all your celebrities, all the men, are walking around a party, taking whatever woman or man to the bathroom to have oral sex performed on them because everybody's a sex worker. Some from overseas, some from the States, some underage, some of age, and they just running around swapping bodily fluids, male and female alike. And that's what I'm talking about, Queen Co. They would say something like, oh no, Uncle so-and-so wouldn't do that. Yeah. Meanwhile, the little girls in the family are traumatized. Why? Because y'all don't want to talk about nobody, but y'all want to play church. Y'all want to play church, but y'all want to talk about what really got people messed up. I'm telling you, those comments like that show you exactly how people think. Well, we can't judge nobody. We can't say this or say that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. The Bible says the righteous judge all things. The righteous judge all things. Matter of fact, let me pull the other interview up with Larry Johnson. Let me pull that up real quick. There's too many people afraid to speak the truth, man. And then when you in the truth, you got to be apprehensive because there's too many of you agents out there. There's too many of you people who playing on the left-hand side of things. And we got to be careful just speaking truth. Because you may be protecting one of these damn animals, one of these monsters. Hold on, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
His prison cell, and every time he gets out, he snitches on someone new trying to get out from underneath. Do you think someone like Diddy could, instead of, you know, Jeffrey Epstein being killed or committing suicide, do you think Diddy is perhaps a source of information and maybe is snitching on people?
I think Diddy is the poor man's Ghislaine Maxwell. I think he's not going to snitch on anyone. I think he may allude to it, maybe subliminal to it. But like I said before, these people take oaths, and this is being put in front of our faces just to mirror the Jeffrey Epstein, you know, scandal and foolishness. And nothing came out of that. No one snitched. We know the flight logs. We know the people who have gone. None of those people have ever been brought into.
Now we know that P-Diddy, he was snatched up by the feds. We know the feds is like 97% accurate when it comes to conviction rates. We know that to be a fact. So if Diddy end up skating out of this, then something very ominous is going on. But I do believe that he's correct. I don't think Diddy's over there snitching like we think, because these oaths go beyond the judicial system. These oaths go beyond federal law. These people do have humiliation rituals. These people do swear to secrecy, and they will hold tight to it even when tested. And make no mistake about it, they already have, and when I say they, I mean the feds already have everybody on tape. Everybody is on tape. Trust and believe that. Everybody's on tape. Everybody.
The courtroom to say, hey, I knew him or I didn't know him. And this went on, this didn't go on. It just kind of went away. So especially with, you know, Negro America, they know we have a susceptibility to gossip and hip hop. So they use this as a distraction, knowing that nothing is going to come of it. It's just going to be running on and on and on. And then we get to the final show, and then they're going to say, oh, these people changed their stories, or there was always a loophole. I mean, look at the Jussie Smollett situation. We know he lied about this.
They want to see our reaction. They want to see if we're going to condemn these celebrities. They want to see how easy it is to manipulate Black America. Can't y'all see it? That's what it's really about. They want to know what makes you tick. These things are case studies. And the celebrities sign up for this. They're all acting. They're all actors. They're all willing to be used to execute beta tests on Black America. Meanwhile, they're distracting us from something way bigger. And you know what's bigger? That the Most High is sending orbs to destroy these man-made artificial intelligence drones. The fact that we're in the last days. The fact that you can look up in the skies and see Star Wars happening in real time. The fact that we're seeing unexplained objects that are of spiritual nature. Unexplained celestial bodies coming up out the ocean. We're talking about things that we never seen. They want you to ignore all that, focus on the celebrities. Look, this one's doing that one, this one. No, look, the music industry is absolutely sick and perverted, but they all took an oath. And they serve their God more than we tend to serve ours. We're supposed to be serving the Most High the same way they serve Satan. Because they are dedicated and they are united in all of this. And it's a cash grab. Yeah, they keep on downplaying what's happening in the skies, what's happening in the ocean. Dio Bando, thank you for the support, bro. Says, Shalom, Bree. Would you consider linking up with Larry? You guys will be powerful under Yah. He also does a podcast, Speaking Truth to Power. Absolutely. Yeah, I would absolutely consider that. I think the conversation would be very dynamic. Let's go.
It's being jumped. We know he lied about the persons that he was with. They lied. So to have the court turn over and say, no, you know, you're good, you're free. You spent enough time doing this lie. I mean, come on. You have to assume it was going to go down the same exact way with Sean Combs.
So you think eventually nothing's going to happen to even Diddy or Sean Combs?
I mean, he may sit down for a little bit, but we don't know what happened to R. Kelly. Have we seen update photos of him in jail? Have we heard any stories of any inmate that has seen R. Kelly? Have you heard anything?
Now, this brother is fully awoke. This brother is aware. And these are the things you got to consider. Don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you hear. Where's the proof that these people are actually incarcerated? Look, y'all got to understand how sophisticated the media is ran. Exactly, Dre Day. We are watching a movie. We are looking at a simulation, so to speak. It's programming for a reason. Yeah, these people are just they're puppeteers. And they got these puppets on a string, fooling the masses, fooling the public. Something interesting was pointed out to me when Jamie Foxx had his near-death experience. I find it very interesting that he wore the same thing that Martin Lawrence wore when Martin Lawrence had his health scare. Now, it could be a coincidence or it can be more. I mean, they wore the same fit. It was a very similar type of stand-up. They hire these characters and then they go through a repeated cycle. Just something to consider, right? But anyway, let's go.
That came out of the jail cell he's in. And now that brothers got cell phones in jails, you trying to tell me nobody has said they seen R. Kelly? I don't know. But they're all in the same group. This is what they sacrifice or ritualize themselves for. This is what they do. This is a sense of worship for them. Why would they get punished for the way they worship or encouraged to worship? Like blackmailing is the number one thing to keep people in line. So why not continue to keep doing it? Why would I get punished to do it?
Larry, have you ever heard of the West Memphis 3?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So the West Memphis 3 was an occult-like killing of a young child, and HBO did 3 documentaries on it. And all 3 documentaries ended up accusing someone different of doing the crime. The West Memphis 3 went down for it. Damian Echols, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miss Kelly. These are 3 teenage boys that murdered a really young child. And HBO created all of this reasonable doubt with these series of 3 different documentaries accusing someone else of doing it every.
And that's what the media does. They'll give you a story from so many different angles that it creates a reasonable doubt. What's the name of Jay-Z's breakout album? Some of y'all let me know something. Reasonable doubt. Because this is what they tend to do. They play it from all kind of angles, right? And they'll just be airing this stuff in the media to you like, I don't know what to think. And in hindsight, you know what it's about? I'm going to tell you what it's about. It's actually about desensitizing the public. They'll say all these horrendous things happen to X, Y, and Z, happen to this person, happen to that person, to the point where when you hear such a horrendous crime, you don't even bat an eye anymore. I truly believe that some of these tapes are going to be released slowly but surely. They're going to be released incrementally, because when you hear man on man, woman on woman, right in time for minor attracted adults to come on the scenes, and these tapes are being released, they're going to normalize it. This is going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah. This is going to be like ancient Egypt, ancient Rome, ancient Babylon, ancient Greece, where men had little boys and women had little girls, and men had to shave all their hair off their body. They're going to normalize all of that by using what? The media. By desensitization, by desensitizing you to something that is absolutely perverted and abominable. We're in the days of Noah. That's what they're doing right now. Spreading confusion, and the celebrities are signing up for it. They're signing up for it. Straight up.
Can I have the party?
Look.
Can I have the party tonight? Yeah.
Hollywood is sick. The music industry is sick and perverted. And I wonder what happened to this lady right here who used to speak a lot against Jay-Z and Beyonce. I wonder why all of a sudden she started having health complications.
Now you kind of look at them like scoundrels. What won't you do for that damn career? Listen, this is a disgusting business. That's all I'm going to say. This business is so disgusting that I can't. I think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are master manipulators of the media. What is that? Is that a baby bump? I don't know. What the couple found most difficult to deal with, says another source, was the fact that some of the rumors were being perpetuated by people they considered friends, like talk show host Wendy Williams. Well, first of all, I've never partied with them. I've never been to their house. I don't swim in their pool. Like, we're not friends. The stunt left Beyonce angered beyond belief. That means she watches. Fortunately, one of the TVs in our kitchen has closed captioning, so I'll be able to understand what she says. She, you know, Beyonce can't talk. Beyonce sounds like she's got a 5th grade education. She can't talk. Guess who's jealous?
Now, we see how witty Wendy Williams was. We see that she was always exposing what was going on with Jay-Z and Beyonce. She was one of the first ones that broke the fact that Beyonce had a fake baby bump that folded up live on TV. And all of a sudden, before all this stuff started going down, all of a sudden she can't speak. She's having all these health complications. She can barely run her show. She can barely stand up. Look, I'm going to tell you, when you start breaking the oath, when you start speaking too much on what these people are doing, I personally believe that you get punished for it. You get punished for it. They will shut you up one way or another. Then now all of a sudden she can't remember anything. Right in a time where it's time for her to speak. Let's see. Big Mama Ari says, you got a million skeletons in your closet, but you want to point at someone who has one, you're going to be in trouble. Elohim is going to make sure of it. Another one who's speaking, trying to defend people who are on record for doing things like this. Do you see how people hate truth tellers? They literally come on here and defend Satanism in the name of Elohim. Defending the wickedness that goes on in the industry. In the name of God, this is what they do. And these are religious people that do that. You know why? They're projecting. They're projecting. Because they are used to being able to hide under religion. There's too many people who hide under religion but are dark and evil. They hide behind the Bible. They hide behind the scriptures. They hide behind religious beliefs. But on the low, they are just like these people. Now, make no mistake about it, regardless of what you have done in your life, regardless of what you have done in your life, you can live a lifestyle that seeks repentance. These people in Hollywood are not repenting. These people in the music industry are not repenting. Not only do they get pleasure off sinning, but they get pleasure on making music that get you to sin. They get pleasure on getting your children to fall short of the glory. They get they get pleasure off putting subliminal messages out there to get your people to go to hell. Not only are these people sellouts, but they promote the destruction of our people. That's right. You say anything bad against Beyonce or Jay-Z or what they deem as some royal type of family, you see their true colors. Now, everybody get the likes up on the video. Everybody get the likes up. Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Wow. Woe unto them who comes and try to defend the wickedness that goes on. And this is why they're going to be able to have a new world order. This is why they're going to be able to have Satanism mainstream. Because you have people like that, religious people, where you got skeletons in your closet, so you can't talk. So I guess nobody can talk. So nobody's supposed to correct anybody who's doing evil, according to that religious woman that just came here. And the interesting part about all of that is, personally, I'm an open book. Personally, I never claim to be perfect. My story has been told many times. I don't have to keep dwelling on what my story is and what I've been delivered from and what I came from, because I live a lifestyle that seeks repentance. What I'm doing is my job to make sure other people don't fall into the paths of evil, don't fall into the snares of sin. Giving my testimony of what I came from. This is nobody who preaches the Bible and preaches the truth and puts evil on blast and on notice is perfect. Nobody. We've been there. We've been in the dark. We don't want to see other people fall into those dark places. I'm not one of you Christians or one of you fake Israelites who want to act holy. But we must admit that what's going on in the music industry is perverted. Just because you choose to ignore it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Anyway, let's continue.
Every time. And this is where I agree and slightly disagree with you. It's like there is some type of an occult-like ritual, because I think the West Memphis Three did it. Yeah. And I think they had to go through, the Damien Echols in particular, had to sit in prison, and then he gets sprung years later, and he becomes this celebrity. And Johnny Depp and all these people are waiting on him when he gets out of prison. And I can remember I went down this rabbit hole, and they had me convinced they were innocent. And then by the time I got to the bottom of the rabbit hole, I was like, "Oh my God, these guys did it!" And it's all, and so
up and entertainment than it would be with the West Memphis Three or the Central Park Boys. Like it's
hold on,
it's actually a song.
Will JC still perform at the Super Bowl?
Been in multiple hot seats with the NFL with the domestic violence and issues and stuff, and how they treated me during that.
Now I want y'all to hear once again what Larry Johnson, former Kansas City Chiefs football player, had to say, and what he alleged happened with Beyonce.
We were supposed to do this rap party for this photo shoot. We rented this house, and we were watching LeBron play. And after the game, it had to be like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults. There was a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old teenage Latin girl that was there, and I think she had to leave because she had school and she had to do homework. But she brought her mother with her. So it was no funny business going on, which I could respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking, loud music, and us dancing wild, like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy, or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, you know, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves, but the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming to me. So when I hear something like this happens, I can't really discount it and say, oh, he could never do this, because I'm hearing stories, I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I've been in situations.
Wow. He said that Beyonce tried to lure him and entice him with a young child next to him, a young child next to her. He claims that they had to rent out a house for a photo shoot where everybody was there, they was partying, they was drinking. And he heard Beyonce ask him, doesn't this look sexy? And she had allegedly had an underage girl with her. Basically trying to see if he's down with the get down. I don't think this brother's lying. We know that Beyonce deals with high levels of witchcraft. She worships the Oshun. We know that she has a song where she's talking about using Bible papers to plug up her menstrual cycle. Beyonce has a song where she's talking about using Bible pages to plug up her menstrual cycle. Am I lying or am I telling you facts? We talking about a high-ranking Hollywood industry witch where everybody seems to be afraid of this woman. Mind you, she was at the parties before Jay-Z was there. And be careful how y'all word certain things in the chat. I'm going to have to time you out. I'm going to have to time you out if you say certain words that you can avoid. If you hear me saying the word grape, you know that you can't use that other word. So I had to time you out. But you know, Jay-Z said he not cool with Diddy no more. He had to distance himself. Remember?
Whatever good.
Yeah, the evil.
Yeah, the bad side of it.
Yeah, it's heaven and then there's hell, niggas.
Yeah.
One day you cruising in the 7, the next day your alibis ain't matching up. Bullshit catching up. You hit with the RICO, they repo that vehicle.
Yeah, you know, he wrote the evils. One day your alibis ain't matching up. And you know him and Diddy was thick as thieves. Ace Boone Coons.
I would think they would do something or say something or even have a statement. I would think so, because obviously, you know, doing what you did or being accused of doing what you did to a 13-year-old child, a teenager, I mean, that's a little bit harsh. I mean, this is almost like domestic abuse, and this the first time the NFL has ever heard. I don't think it's ever heard, but when it comes to somebody getting raped or sexually assaulted like that, the NFL doesn't play with that. We know it has happened across the league, all over the place, but we don't know. But it'll tell you exactly what to make of this situation if the NFL either comes down hard or they treat. Yes, and obviously we've seen the music, we hear the music, we know the symbolism. So you have to be really high up on the pedestal with this godlike mentality, as if you cannot be touched. I mean, you will meet your fate like everybody else.
And it's the man running around calling himself Hova. This man been blaspheming the Holy Spirit and the Most High for years. He named this company Rockefeller after what some would consider the hidden hand of the Illuminati. We talking about he named his record label after the damn Vikings, the Idumeans in them, the Satanists, the blood drinkers, the vampires. Like, Jay-Z's a Satanist. He claims to be God. He calls himself Jehovah. He believes he's the Most High. Hey, it's only so long that they can get away with this type of evil. I'm telling you.
In this world will meet their fate, and you will meet it going down broke, just like we can't take money out of this world, so we all go to the grave broke. And to have this mentality of being godlike, yes, I think this is a humbling experience. I know it's a humiliation experience, and no matter what he says, the symbolism contradicts what he actually truly believes. But those who are not hip to the game are usually fooled by the players on the court.
So Jay-Z, is he different than what Russell Simmons used to represent in the hip hop world? And Russell Simmons has been run out of the country and out of influence in America. He's basically out in exile. Is Jay-Z on the same level, different level than Russell Simmons? Could the same fate perhaps await Jay-Z?
I think so. And I don't even think it has to do with particularly this case. if you look at the way hip hop is going, it's going right into the gutter. Like we went through people who actually had a message and said a message. Now it went to materialism. Then it went to dope boy culture. Then it went to dance culture. Now it's just gone into ignorance culture of just saying anything you want and not necessarily being on beat when you say it. And I think if Jay-Z came out with an album right now, who would buy it? Like the kids aren't listening to a 60-year-old rap about yachts, being a billionaire, the woman that he has on his arm, jewelry. No.
Exactly. So Jay-Z has to be used for something. He has to help fulfill the ritual. And believe it or not, there's a lot of money that comes with scandal. For these people, all publicity is good publicity. It's a whole lot of money that comes out of that. Hold on one moment.
None of these kids are financially stable enough to even care about that type of music. They like the drill beat stuff. It's either make me dance, make me kill somebody, or make me shake my butt. That's it. And if Jay-Z just put out an album, I don't think anybody would buy it. I don't think anybody would pay attention to it. He's already on his way out. The only thing that's keeping him relevant is his woman and the fact that she's doing concerts. Like if right now, if Jay-Z booked a concert, who would show up? I mean, would he make money? I mean, we don't know. We're just speculating, but
right,
we could tell by the way music is going, it's already moving away from that generation.
So you think we could be at the end of hip hop as this major cultural influence?
I think so. You already seeing hip hop already infiltrating the country.
Well, hip hop, the whole music industry is going to be destroyed. All of it. It's starting with hip hop. They're going to have to revamp everything. It's going to come a time, but everything that's connected with Babylon will be destroyed. Everything. This is why the Bible says, come out of her, my people. Even the music. Scripturally in Book of Revelations, it talks about this. It talks about all the instruments, the songs, the music. People are going to lame it and miss a lot of the stuff that's coming from here, but it will all end. It will all end. All of it. Let's go.
Genre. You've seen they're already about to turn country into pop, and next is coming after pop is rap. So you're going to get more country rap stars than you get hip hop stars. And this is no surprise. I mean, look what they did with the civil rights movement when they infiltrated the Dixiecrats. The people that really hated us and lynched us and hung us, we tried to infiltrate into that just to eat stale food from Woolworths. But this is what they do. You know, they move us from one genre to the next.
Yo, if you are an aspiring artist, it's time that you put out your own music. It's time that you become self-sufficient. Stop signing with the major record labels. These people are vipers. It's about time that you put out your own songs. It's about time that you just find your own lane and your own creative avenue and your own sound. Because the music that's out here is all demonic. And the Most High is going to destroy that. And he's going to destroy anybody who's putting that out. These people are working for Satan. Yeah, Nas said it a while ago. Hip hop is dead. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and now Jay-Z want to claim he not cool with Diddy, bro. Look, let me bring this up again. I know we jumping all over, but y'all, Jay-Z is that type of guy. He want to distance himself now. But bro, you was right there with your boy. I got a problem with that. Diddy was your boy. Hold on, let me see if I could pull this up. I mean, look, y'all been spotted together all these times. Like, cut it out, bro. This is his boy right here. Ace Boone Coons. I'm telling you. All at the parties for years. Now, if the lawyer comes out and says that Jay-Z just did business with Diddy, well, what business did they do together? Did they start a record label together? Put it out there. Hold on. Let's pull this out. Jay-Z. One moment. All right, here we go. Your boy said he was never cool with Diddy. Sure looks that way. One moment, y'all. I'm trying to pull up these sources. Y'all give me a moment. Thank y'all for being patient. Yeah, they was, man, look. They was at all the parties, all the billionaire parties, all the all-white affairs. But we said this at the beginning. We knew when Diddy got locked up, all the celebrities was going to start removing their social media pictures, their affiliation with Diddy, all of it. That's right, Queen Cole says all this came from sexual immorality. That's what this is all about. Shut it down. Yeah, I agree. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Jay-Z's a snake. No, we got other things to pull up here. Actually, let's get back to the source here. I didn't mean to interrupt the show. One moment though. Let's go.
For money, for prestige, and more control over the masses. That's pretty much it. But to go back to your question about comparing him to Russell, I would think they will almost be similarly the same. I mean, Russell likes young women. When Jay was going after B was a very young woman. Now, I did a Rockaware photo shoot in Colorado, and I think it was during the wintertime of 06 or 07. And Naomi Campbell was there, actress Jamie King was there, Jay was there, B was there, and he rented this house. And we were supposed to do this rap party for this photo shoot. We rented this house, and we were watching LeBron play. And after the game, it had to have been like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults. There was a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old teenage Latin girl that was there, and I think she had to leave because she had school and she had to do homework, but she brought her mother with her. So it was no funny business going on, which I could respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking, loud music, and us dancing wild, like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants.
More than likely, them kids came from them tunnels that was under that house. They were more than likely came from under them tunnels, straight up. And we're going to get to the source where Jay-Z denies being affiliated with Diddy.
And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy, or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, you know, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves, but the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming to me. So when I hear something like this happens, I can't really discount it and say, oh, he could never do this.
So he can't say that Jay-Z's innocent because he's seen some strange stuff going on. They tried to see if he was down with the program.
Because I'm hearing stories, I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I've been in situations where something don't sound or look right, and it's usually involving children.
Wow.
Larry, you've just blown my...
Now, brothers and sisters, particularly you ladies, y'all can vote. By show of ones, Larry Johnson is telling the truth. Because you know what? Our opinions matter. By show of ones, Beyonce said this. By show of ones, Beyonce had these people around. Had these children around and said what she said. By show of twos, you don't believe it. Me, I'm gonna stay out of it and let you the people vote on this. Wow. Wow. All I see is ones. I see nothing but ones in the chat. Which means the people are fully awake. Wow. That's okay if you disagree. I see somebody said 2, they don't believe it's true. Hey, I just don't see why Larry Johnson would tell a lie like that. I don't see why he would tell a lie like that. I don't see why he would do that. What would he stand to gain from that? That had to be a very awkward moment. Now, Jay-Z denies his affiliation with Diddy. Well, actually, his lawyer does. Jay-Z has not spoke yet since this situation. He has strong legal representation that does all the talking for him. But let's see. Jay-Z claims him and Diddy were not friends, right? We're going to go to the Breakfast Club.
Let Lil Wayne down. Then Wayne posted.
Hold on, let's get to it.
Oh, and test in Toronto. Let him do that. Shoot, that's what you want to be doing.
But like if that's your man, and you call and you make things good with the op.
Yeah.
Wait.
Right to these limousine. They went and according to a timeline. So what they did was they went through and we got packets. They went through and they actually listed out all of the homes that Puff owned during the time of the year 2000 and any time before that. None of the homes they pointed out are the White House that she described with the U-Circle driveway. And also the one house that is actually in New York, 2 homes that are in New York, they just don't fit the description. Everything else was in Jersey.
Yeah, the Alpine house is in Jersey, which is about a 45-minute drive, 40-minute drive.
The timeline was
sure know a lot about Puff House.
Sure damn do. Okay. No.
You know what I'm saying?
Limousine. They went and according to Alex Barrow, I have not confirmed this myself, they went and looked just until when he said this, I was like, oh.
They gotta cover like 5 stories before they get to the story that they titled. One moment. I'm trying to hear the lawyer actually say it.
The brunch, I guess, no more. So someone in the room, or another one of the reporters asked, Jay-Z has been making all these statements, but he has never mentioned Diddy in any of the statements.
Y'all push one if y'all can hear it.
Diddy is involved in this case. He's named in the same doc. What's going on with that? Does he plan to mention Puff? Let's take a listen.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions.
He said Jay-Z had nothing to do with Diddy. He knew him professionally.
People know each other. At the Music Awards, they support each other. You go to the NBA All-Star Game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say.
I mean, yeah, just because you see people at industry events, just because you see people leaving work.
I disagree. Birds of a feather flock together. That's why you can't do business with everybody. And, when it comes to doing business in general, you should want to do business with people that you share some of the same ideologies and beliefs. Personally, I believe Jay-Z and Diddy, they done a lot of things together. A lot of things. But there you have it. The truth is out. Now, I want you brothers and sisters to share this material. I want y'all to like it. I got so much more material coming. If y'all like these subject matters, then let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me see. Let's do this person a favor real quick. It's real easy, real simple stuff. There we go. But hey, look, all praises to the Most High, man. look, stop believing these damn celebrities. You know, it's a lot of wickedness going on in the industry. They sick, they're perverted, and don't let these people brainwash you. Turn to the Most High. There's a lot more going on in the world right now that we should be looking at, right? Don't let these people distract you either. But we got to expose the devil for what they are, who they are. But look, y'all have a blessed one. With that being said, shalom and peace.